secondary school?
It's improved because I feel like they appreciate like not just the culture, but they appreciate the looks, the way. Like me, I've always been like a nationalist, so I've always like spoke highly about my country and being proud of where I've come from.
100%.
So for
Even
me,
when I used to see my flag in the classroom,
I used to get gas.
Yeah.
I used to get so happy
Yeah.
because I'm so proud of where I've come from. Like my country has grown so much, and
I feel like African
they're still growing.
and in general has grown so much because I remember back when everyone used to. I remember we once in I think it was year 2, year 3 we had to write down what we had for dinner in it, and I'm telling people what I had for dinner. They're like, "Well, oh, that sounds nice." Like you get, but now everyone wants to try these African foods slowly. Like
It's nice as well.
It's getting like. It's still not where we should be, and but it's slowly like we're coming.
I feel like my upbringing is a bit different. Obviously, I was born in France and I moved to when I was quite young, and I feel like it was kind of my thing is I wasn't really embracing my African side. I would be like, I'm French. I wouldn't really say I'm African. I would be like, I'm French, and people would kind of like they'll believe it because I was born there. So it's kind of a thing where I would speak French and kind of embrace that side. Growing up, and then going like to secondary, it was kind of like okay, cool. People like knew I wasn't French because they know my parents, they're black. They knew that I was African, but I wouldn't say where exactly I was from. I'll just say I am from Africa. My mum Senegalese and my dad.
No, but I feel like secondary is where I started to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Is that these are
because you
people
meet
like
other
me.
people like you,
and
legit.
there's no one in my Finnish degree. I was actually Caribbean.
Exactly.
Like, so it's comfy. It's like like.
But then the thing with me is it was a bit like difficult because I genuinely had no one from the same country as me. Like Sudan, okay, cool, but I wouldn't really relate to my mum's side of the family. It was more of my dad's side, Central African, and to this day, I don't know anyone that's Central African Republic. No one who is not my relative. So it's kind of like it's hard to actually relate to someone about it, but I'm kind of progressing into finding new people and actually embracing my culture and actually being, I'm Central African and Sudanese. I just grew up in France.
It's nice when you meet people like from the same country as you as well, because you guys can relate to so many things, speak the same language. If you want to talk, you can talk outside. It's nice.
That's like, I'm going to say her name, Rachel. We're neighbouring countries, so I kind of relate to her, the food culture and that, because it's kind of the same.
And even upbringings. I feel like neighbours in countries relate to upbringings more because everything is very different in every country.
They kind of exchange the same cultures and enhance.
But guys, I feel like it's really important that your parents actually teach you your culture and teach you
This is the thing, like, I'll say I have family members, they have all opportunities to learn, but I'm telling you, they're just not interested.
Are they reluctant?
No, they don't care about like the language.
Oh my God.
That's the thing. You have all the opportunities to learn. Like people want you to learn, but you're not gonna learn your language.
What do you think of the like new generation? Like, do you think culture is gonna be lost? Like,
I think it's already getting lost, a bit lost.
I think it's already getting lost.
I feel like people. I can vouch one of them. I feel like if you were to tell me to cook a traditional food, I wouldn't be able to like properly cook it.
No, but that's facts.
Properly. I would kind of. I wouldn't do bad. Let me not lie. But I feel like a lot of the dishes that if I was told to cook, I wouldn't be able to like do it as my mum does it, which is very, very worrying as opposed to this new generation, because it's kind of like, what are you gonna cook? Would it just be beans on toast? Cook lasagna?
But your parents actually need to like. Some obviously now is improved. Like parents actually tell their kids like, don't worry about like your color. Don't worry if someone calls you ugly. But your parents should actually be like helping you uplift yourself, not worrying about having to go to school, being called names because of your color or your background and stuff
and
like that.
And not even being like African, but being called Blick used to. That one used to really even annoy me. Like I used to get so annoyed. Oh, you're so Blick. You're the Blickest person I hear. Like,
but now people are actually acknowledging and appreciating melanin. They're appreciating it now. It actually is.
And this is to every like young child and every young boy and girl who still feels insecure about their colour. Like, you're beautiful, you're melanated, amazing, and someone will.
And do you know what it is? I'm gonna be real. Even though just seeing on social media other black people telling other black people saying you're beautiful doesn't make you feel as beautiful as you should feel. You get it? But I'm telling you,
because some people just do it for the point of saying it.
Yeah, but I genuinely feel like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like we've gone through this for a reason, and we're slowly. It's not it's taken time,
it's
but
steady, but
we're
it's
slowly
moving,
turning a page. You get
exactly.
So
it should be black and black hate. It should actually be black and black embrace.
Because black's actually many shades. Like, I have this one friend, that she's like light skin, and every time like we go out or she's not with me, and someone wants to be like to me, oh, where's your white friend? And I'm legit like, but she's not white. She's mixed race.
Yeah.
She's not white. She's mixed race. Like, you guys need to actually understand that there's different levels to melanin.
Yeah,
and like, it's actually offending.
I feel like it depends on how they embrace it after. Do you get
what? How the actual person embraces their
colour?
I
feel like. Do you get? I feel like if people are like, okay, yeah, she's white. You think of it, but if she was white, but she hanged out with her black side of the family, it will kind of show a different perspective to people. As opposed to,
I personally
if people do that, they still have this opinion. This kind of.
Another thing is, I personally don't know anyone. Well, I think I don't know off the head in it. I might do. I'm not too sure. Don't want to just but I personally am not sure if I know anyone that's albino in it. But I wonder how it's like growing up for them.
That's the what?
For us albino.
Because
But they generally have black parents, black family, but obviously they're black, and trust me, you guys are very beautiful. You get, but it's just you guys you
have it harder.
You just don't know, 100% harder.
Like then people are like, what are they? They're white.
And I feel like what we go through in terms of blackness, we have identification with ourselves. I can't even talk on it because I haven't lived a day in their shoes. So I'm trying to just talk about it, but realistically, there's nothing I can really say to put myself in their shoes.
And people who have vitiligo as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's as well. It's kind of like they probably see them differently in society, but they're just as much as the same. The parents of someone shouldn't have to justify where they're actually from.
That's the thing, like, come on, man, like, there's no one like us. Like, honestly, there's no one like us. We have so many different shades to we have so many different shades to ourselves. As that's just one thing. We have so many different shades to ourselves. What like personality-wise are there, vibes are there, music's there, season.
We got the food, we got the vibes.
Seasoning's there.
Seasoning is definitely there. Don't get that wrong.
Vibes are there, but
it's still like you have to feel a bit embarrassed about something.
100%, man.
Like, you guys need to start embracing yourselves. Like, be proud. And then another thing is,
I see where the struggles come from, because then it's like surnames as well.
That's why they. Oh,
let's not forget the surnames.
Actually, violate. I'm not saying my surname.
My surname's embarrassing, to be honest, but I kind of grew into liking it now.
I have people only know 2 surnames. Yeah, cool. I swear down, I have one surname. No one will ever. I promise you, no one will ever know.
Until you get married.
From primary school, no one's known that surname, innit?
Your surname?
Yeah, like, so no one will ever know, but it's...
Until you get married.
People used to make certain names, like, fun of my surname, but when you actually look at it and read it,
do you know what
it's unique. It's unique.
Yeah.
It's unique.
We do that too, like, I promise you, like, even African people, we make ourselves feel insecure, like, someone will be like, oh, even girls you're talking to, or what, he probably has a long, I've been.
Yeah.
And some black people actually have simple surnames, like...
I've been with people. Oh, that's another thing that pisses me off. You can see my name simple, but you're pronouncing it the next variation.
You're changing it. I don't like that.
Exactly. I think sometimes some people don't like mean it to do it, but some people actually just do it and they take the piss.
When they used to call the registrar.
When I used to have a new teacher, or even my first day of college, when they were getting to call my name on the register, like, I just didn't, I wasn't just trying to, like, start saying, you don't say my name like this on the first day. I'm just trying to be comfy. But everyone's name they could get correct, My name, they were just saying it
a
little bit. You get it? So I was just like,
It's not it.
Guys, like, one thing, like, I feel like not just black people need to do, but, like, they actually need to start accepting. Like, you guys want multicultural people to, like, be in the mix and stuff.
Interracial families.
When you are dancing or whatever, let me talk about Afrobeat people. If, like, you see, like, a white girl was to be doing that, don't be like, oh, why is she doing that? She's not even black. Or why is she doing this? She's not even this. Actually acknowledge that they're embracing your culture and celebrating as well.
I feel
they're
like
celebrating
it's not
it
really
as well.
with the dancing. I feel like if like the son was to have like a white girlfriend, or if it was the other way around. Do you get? I think that
even me, I've seen aunties get get annoyed.
Annoyed
this is what I don't understand.
it.
I have an auntie. She's not my auntie in it, but I just call her like you know how it is, isn't it? So she's not really like, I'm not actually related to her, but cool. She gets annoyed when she sees black men with white
with white women.
But when she sees a black woman with white man, she wants to be there defending them. They have no choice. They wants to come back to our culture. What's your guys' opinion, on someone, on black men not dating in their culture, not necessarily in their culture, but in their color?
That's a good one.
It might just be their preference.
I have no problem with that because my brother's girlfriend's white. Like, I have no problem with that. But I feel like where my problem comes in is don't say you're pro-black if your girlfriend is white, because pro-black is because being pro-black is about recreating a black individual, even though that individual will be black. It's not fully black. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
So in your opinion, do you think you can be pro-black and have a mixed race girlfriend?
Mixed race.
Mixed race is black though.
That's where it kind of comes in differently. I feel like mixed.
I feel like you're recreating a black individual. I'm not saying
mixed race, but then mixed race, she has black in her. I'm talking about white, like say Irish. If she was just Irish, Irish. I feel like you can't say you're pro-black because you're not loving your colour. Do you get it?
Can I say why I don't agree with that? Right. I don't agree with that because you can be pro-black and still like support black women and still be in a relationship with a white lady.
I see where she's coming from. Like you're screaming pro-black. You're rooting for
as long as you don't disrespect.
As long as you don't
disrespect.
No. I hear where she's coming from. Like, it's no disrespect to anyone that thinks.
Yeah, it's no disrespect.
And you can support black people. I might be like wrong. I don't know that. But you're here screaming black women's this, black women's this. Yeah, I have empowerment for black women. Like I'm pro-black.
Exactly,
but guys, what if that's their preference?
Like, listen to what
you go out and then you start dating a white woman. What type of pro-black is that one?
No, listen.
What if that's their
preference? This is what I said. Listen, I said. I have no problem if it's a black guy dating a white girl. But I said if you're pro-black, if you're saying yeah, I'm for black queens and you're not dating a black black woman, that's you're contradicting.
But you guys are
saying
wait, hold on. But you guys are saying in order to be pro-black to support black people, you cannot date white people.
In order to support black people,
but that's being pro-black.
No, I said
being pro-black.
No, I said if you're black. Yeah, if you're black and you want to date a white girl, if you're not pro-black, you're just black and you want to date a white girl, yeah, you can do it. I have no problem. But if you're pro-black, as opposed to saying, oh, I love black people, I'm for my black queens, you're sad. Do you get it? You're supporting it to the core.
How can you sit across from me screaming you're from your black queen and you go and
a white one?
But
somebody from Ireland?
What if that is someone like they've met someone? They've now met them, they like them, and it just happens to happen. Like, you can't stop destiny.
That's your vlog.
Okay, exactly. But they can still be pro-black. They can still be backing black people.
You cannot.
Oh.
It doesn't work.
No, but I see that. Do you know
when you're pro-something, it means you can.
I generally see where both people are coming from here.
Being pro-black, it's because it's like procreate. Procreate is to like multiply and make more kids. So if you want to be pro-black, what do you want to make like? Okay, even if the person was white, you can still make a black child.
How can you make a black child?
No, because the child will be mixed race. Yeah, cool. But when as opposed to black, like fully black, it won't be the same. You won't be procreating a black person. You'll be procreating a mixed race child. Do you get where I'm coming from?
I just feel like, what was I gonna say? I just feel like where you were saying you don't get boys that are black and then they go out with like normal black boys that are black.
I've got no problem with them.
They go out with white girls. You got
right, let me ask you a question.
No, I said I have no problem with them.
Yeah, if your best friend, your best friend, you and her best friend, what's your type, may I ask?
I don't have a type because.
What's your preference?
I'm not gonna say that on TV.
My preference is black.
Obviously, it's black boys.
Cool, no. Now you said it's black boys.
Obviously, it's black boys.
Now you said it's black boys.
But my mom's watching this.
Alright, cool. So I'm not saying now, innit? I'm just saying in the future, what would you like to marry?
Black guy.
A black Sierra Leonean guy.
Oh, Alright, cool. So you said that's your preference. Okay, so now your best friend is also the same. Your best friend is pro-black. Every day she's preaching. I'm not necessarily saying pro-black means everywhere you go you preach black, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying your best friend's preaching black, saying black commend this, like going out her way to do stuff about black, really getting the name out there, trying to like black push black people, support black people, going on about black males, how she loves black males, how they're beautiful, underseen, etc. But then she goes out with Harry from
Stop saying
Stockton. I don't know. It's Nottingham. What's the other one? Hertfordshire.
I mean, maybe that's just her preference now. People change. Like, people actually change. Like, one day you can actually be... She hasn't stopped still screaming black men this, black men that, because she has siblings that are black. She has cousins that are black. But she just prefers... She's met someone that she likes, and love is love. She's met someone that she loves.
Yeah.
So she can still go with them.
I do want to move on from this topic, innit?
One more time. One thing. I want to talk about how black men do not embrace black women.
Okay,
and they scream that they do.
Wait. That's what we're getting to, guys. Yeah. Okay? That's what I'm just getting to, innit? So how do you guys feel about okay, before we get onto the black before we get into black men and black how do you guys feel like black women, please guys, because I know you're gonna swerve into that lane, just please stick strictly to the question. How do you guys feel black women are embraced and seen on social media, and how do you guys feel like black women are on social media? Like social media, how is social media?
They're not embraced
negatively.
I feel like it feels like...
But you know it is like... I agree with you that you guys should be embraced a lot more.
I think it depends on what you mean as black.
We need to protect our black women.
You need to define black women. Because if you're talking about black women as in our colour black, like fully parent black, okay, yeah, they're not embraced enough. But if you're talking about like mixed race, then they're much more embraced than how we are.
I feel like a lot of males, aren't ready to defend black women.
They're not.
But they want a woman with features that originate from black women.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
My God. What?
And came with a hat. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No cap. No, but I feel like we do genuinely need to protect and thing our black women more. Embrace and protect our black women, especially on social media, the way they're seen, the way they're talked about, and there's a little stuff that are said that you guys don't know. I feel like black girls also, it makes black girls as a whole, not everyone's meant to be strong. So someone could see something, especially now young people on social media, a young person could say something, like a young one from year 7 can see something said about a black girl and thing, and be scared saying, oh, black girls are meant to do this, or black girls are seen as this, or a boy would like me if I'm like this.
That's why people even bleach their skin.
Exactly, but I think this is where like the difference comes in from. I feel like black women are willing to defend, like they'll be willing to defend every black guy. Like,
it's true.
For black men, they will defend them because that is of their kind. We can't have hate towards our own kind.
Like, when it comes to black men,
if it comes to black men,
I have to admit, I'm not always there like I should be. You get. And I feel like black women are always ready to stand up to hold the black race. Honest male, they're ready to stand up for black men.
It's kind of for male. If it's a male, they turn around.
And it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna end up losing our black women. I'm telling you, black men, we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna end up losing our black women.
Exactly, you're gonna need them in life. So it's kind of thing where you shouldn't have to neglect them. And when a white person opposes comes and asks them a question, you're like,
you actually need to stick up for black girls. You know, you have to, because your mum's actually black.
Exactly.
Your grandma's black.
It's the mothers and the females who are always at the front line, like during situations that, and people, like, this goes unnoticed. People don't see it, but women are always there. Black women are always strong. They're actually the backbone of many families.
It's true.
And the way that black men neglect it sometimes, it's not fair, and is like something that really needs to get sorted out.
Alright, so how do you guys feel about a black man growing up here? I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat it since we're in this topic because it's very relevant. How do you guys feel about a black man being grown up with a black family, black everything, but marrying a white woman, sorry?
There is
or
no
not
problem.
necessarily a white woman, but a woman outside of their colour?
There's no problem because that's what he likes.
Yeah.
That's what he's grown up to like. Like he's now
okay, how do you let me reiterate the question. So how do you guys feel about the statement said, how could you not like someone that's your mum's colour or your mum's this colour, so how could you not like this woman?
But okay, how can you not, as we was talking about, how can you not back black ladies, how can you not back black children if your mum is from that type?
Do you know, I think it is. I feel like if the guy likes someone out of his colour, that's fine.
It's fine.
But it's the type of thing where if something was to happen towards your race, you shouldn't neglect it. You should at least always go back to it. Do you get where I'm trying to come from?
Never come from your roots. Fam.
Exactly. Do not leave your roots.
Remember where you came from. No cap.
It's true. Where you came from.
I feel like it's fine for a guy to have to have an interracial relationship with another family and still be still have love for the blackness and still cherish it.
What do you think about the whole interfaith marriages and that?
Interracial marriages, I thought.
Interfaith.
Explain.
Oh, like different
religions coming together and stuff like that.
You know what it is, yeah? Cool. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because personally I feel like I may personally even end up marrying, like falling in love with a woman that's not my religion. You get it? So it's a thing where we're all growing up in the same this is a very multicultural, well, we're all personally from London.
It's very diverse.
This is a very diverse, London's very diverse. People same colour as me, same views as me, but we just didn't grow up in the same religion. I could fall in love with a girl, but we just don't have the same beliefs, we don't believe in the same God. So I personally don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. You get it?
Same.
So I would personally
It's always the parents though.
It's the parents, but I do see where it's coming from as well, because God is a very important person. So when you're now marrying outside of your religion, there's stuff that can go either way. Do you get it? Because
especially if kids come into it, what religion will the child be?
Kids come into it, and not also, but you yourself have to adapt, because there's a lot of, especially in my culture, some women do change their religion. They convert their religion for the male. They I'm trying to make this very general instead of just making it two religions. You get it? So a lot of women convert for the male's religion. But would you guys, how would you guys personally go on about it, if you fall in love with a thing, it's time to marry, but how would you guys go about it? Like, in terms of faith? Because you guys believe in two different faiths, you guys are planning to have kids together, you guys obviously, that's one thing about your kid, you also want to bring out your kid in your religion, but your partner wants to bring out your kid in another religion. Your partner may want to get married in a church, you may want to get married in a mosque.
Everything's modernized now.
I think society has made it that.
Wait, can I ask before I get into this? Not talking society, talking generally. Do you guys want a traditional wedding? You guys just want to?
Obviously, traditional. Because as we were saying, coming back to the African thing.
That's what you're talking about. If you talk about traditional, as in country traditional.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about strict religion.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. But then now your husband's the opposite religion.
We can make it work.
Do you know the thing is, this is the thing I'm saying, because if you have interfaith marriage and you guys both respect each other's view, then you can do both.
Exactly.
You can go to the church,
but it's
do reception, and then you can also go to the mosque.
The thing is, you're going to the church, but
your child's eating.
Maybe I don't believe in. I'm in a church getting married in a place that I don't believe in this. I go to a mosque. I may not believe in what I'm getting married.
But that's how you met the girl.
I don't believe in this. Huh?
That's how you met her. Unless she's willing to
change. If you guys respect, if the girl respects your religion, say you're a Muslim and your girl was Christian. If she loves you, she actually you kind of you make her learn your religion. She starts to like Islam. She will convert, become an Islam Muslim.
It's all about having that knowledge of your partner's religion. If you being respectful doesn't mean you actually have knowledge and information about their religion. Because now, if a Muslim and Christian were together, and the wife is like, okay, I don't mind my children eating pork, and the husband's like, no, but we should not. All of that can create disputes.
Your parents will feel about if you and your partner ended up making a decision of getting married in both places? So your parents ending up to a church and a mosque, for example.
My parents have no problem with that because it's kind of thing. My parents, they're different religions. My mum is Muslim, my dad's Christian.
So if you don't mind me asking, what was it like growing up for you personally?
For me personally, it was. So I grew up in France, and my dad's Christian. It was a kind of thing. We would go to the church. We would go to church every Sunday, and then my mum and dad split. We came to London, and it's kind of like I was following in Islam because my mum's family is Muslim, so predominantly following in Islam. I understood like the whole culture and the whole aspect of it, and then it's kind of a thing where when I go to my dad's, it will just have to continue changing between both religions. So as much as like it was different, it was kind of like opening. I could open my eyes around different religions, and I'm able to respect both of them either way.
So you don't I don't want you to like share if you're not comfortable in it. In fact, you don't have to at all. But do you feel like there's a religion that you see makes more sense to you than another? I'm not asking you to answer.
No, yeah, I feel like...
I'm saying in general.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, I think Christianity always made sense to me. I felt like it was something that I could go and do willingly, from my own wanting to do.
I have a friend like this. Yeah, they feel like another religion is easier than another because their parents both practice different stuff when they go to each other's houses. Sorry. And when they go to each other's houses, but they feel like one religion is easier, so they're going to the other religion.
But why do they find it easier? Is it because the Quran is like Arabic?
I think for me, because Christianity, I feel like is in English. Do you get with in Islam with the Quran? It was kind of like I went to Sunday school. Okay, I went to Arabic school, but it was kind of like the only surahs I knew were the same three. It was like I wasn't really acknowledging the actual book and what the meaning of it was. So in my I was thinking, I'm doing this for my mum, I'm doing this just to make her happy. It was kind of thing where I didn't want to do it for God, you get? But when I was like going to my dad's and I went to church, it was kind of like I felt a connection, I felt a personal connection with God. That's where my difference is.
Follow your heart, follow what you want to do.
Yeah. Pretty hard, 100%. At the end of the day, it's you, whatever you agree with,
exactly.
It's your life, lead your life. Your parents are only going to take you somewhere.
But then again, it comes to a point where people say like, if your husband, like your child should be the religion of your husband.
Yeah.
So what would you guys think of that?
It's not fair.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it to an extent.
But do you know what it is? I feel like generally this is one thing my child needs to understand. Well, I'm going to make my child understand. My child's going to get to a point in life, my child's going to grow up and realize they have their own decisions.
Yeah.
I feel like
100%.
I feel like me personally, when I started finding myself and knowing what I like doing, what is right from wrong, what is everyone, you should always know what's right from wrong. You're taught that from young, innit? But when you really start knowing yourself, start to understand the world, start to understand different views, when you really start to understand relationships,
you will see a
religions,
big difference,
you'll start being open-minded about life, about jobs,
it
about
will change
everything. It's like you're 9, you're 10, innit? So that's when you then start to realize.
You'll pick, because the thing is, religion depends on you as a person and your personality, your characteristic. You can't be forced to want to do a certain religion,
and you're always
not for you.
As well.
Exactly,
you're always growing, always learning new stuff.
Exactly.
So
I feel like just because your family might have that religion, okay, cool, but there's going to be always that one person in the family who's going to be like, I don't really follow this, I don't really believe in this, so they want to explore maybe Buddhism, Sikhism, we don't know. Let them have their own choice. Who knows? But yeah.
Nah. But the thing is, how would you feel, yeah? Say now, choose to be Christianity when you're older, but you end up going to an Islamic husband. But you've grown up in that household, you're fine with it. And then your child then grows up and decides, no, I don't want to do A or B, I want to be...
Atheist.
No, I don't want to do A or B, I want to be a Sikh.
Then you go follow what you want to follow, but
I wouldn't have any problem with that.
I feel like a bit upset.
I feel like with African like in this now, yeah,
it's very
like Africans now care about what other aunties. I'm your child and you care about what A and B's gonna think. You care about what auntie and uncle's gonna think.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Even when I was young, I remember I was trying to be like the Caribbean boys. I was trying to get the braids, trying to get the slits, trying to get the earrings.
There's just certain stuff you can't do.
I just said, nah, man, I'm getting it now. I got it eventually. I'm here now, innit?
I don't like it when like something happens in the house here.
Makes us also rebel as well.
Exactly. Something happens in the house here, and then the aunties will go. Your parents will now go and be telling the aunties, and like you definitely don't respect your child.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't want to say something.
No, but you know it is. I don't feel like they don't respect their child, but this is the thing. Not everyone is able to adapt. And I feel like everyone's very nosy, yeah? And this one thing I generally don't understand about African parents. You guys know how to talk. So you go in to tell someone about myself, you know they're going to talk and talk if it's something bad. As
that
you
even
yourself,
gives you a bad name.
Other people talk and it gives you a bad name But then when it's someone else's child, you can talk
nicely. Do you know why I said...
And you're scared for a reaon. You're scared, but still go and tell. Okay. And they can't keep secrets.
When I mean they don't respect their child, I don't mean like they don't respect the child. I feel like they don't respect the child's opinion and the child's mental health on how the child feels, because like there's just certain aunties you would tell stuff, thinking that it would go places, but thinking that the child is maybe scared of the auntie, or the auntie can maybe talk to the child, but some aunties, they spread gossip, they make it even worse for the child, and that's when aunties will have opinions on you.
I feel like it's kind of like, what is mental health? And
they don't know what mental health is.
I don't feel like they don't respect it. I just feel like the way they grew up was very different.
Very different.
You do this, you do A, you do B, you do C, you do D.
Straightforward,
There was no respect this, respect that. And I feel like everything around us has had a big impact. And you have to realize they're coming from a country where there's no social media, there's no impressing anyone else, there's no real life problems that we're even facing at a young age. Their real life problems are probably going to collect water. You get, well, from what you get, going to collect water, etc.
Marriage.
So now in the video, exactly. But now they're coming here. There's social media, there's phones, there's billion. Of course, there's billion there. You get, but there's anti-billion on the social media. Someone telling you look like a pig on the internet. You get, honestly. And now they're trying to deal with these situations in a way they're trying to slowly adapt, but they still have their old ways, even with punishments, etc. So I feel like now
they need to learn how to actually adapt.
I feel like they are slowly learning how to adapt, but there's some aunties, uncles, and African parents that will never adapt and are always going to stay in their ways.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to change their mentality. Aunties, if you're watching this, I don't want to speak career, but I feel like you need to actually change your mentalities. Give your child a chance. Talk to your child. You don't know what your child's going through. You don't know what your child's going through even when they leave the house.
And I feel like a lot of you guys think you know your children.
You actually don't. You actually don't. And you go into other aunties to tell them different stuff makes it worse.
There's some people that think they know what their children's going through. They don't know what they're
They don't.
There's some people that think their children. There's some people that think Aisha is nice. But they don't know what Aisha's doing on the weekend.
They don't know why Aisha's going up block.
They don't know what.
Mom, I'm going to
Samia's house. I'm going to Samia's house.
They don't know what library they're going to. They don't know what they're doing at that library. You know that. They don't know what they're doing at that library.
Exactly. And even that, you make your child scared to tell you stuff because they think
a thing where you're not ill. So what is wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you.
Exactly.
You tell them, you're giving me stress, you're giving me anxiety. What is that? Go to the kitchen and wash dishes. They will not take your feelings, your opinions into consideration at all.
Stress into consideration.
That's how they grew.
And you're trying to explain the stuff to them.
It's like,
okay, now.
Hold this trolley and go Iceland. No, that's true. But
it's true.
Overall, I feel like we've come to.
Adaptations. It's slowly getting better. As I said, the pages are taken. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be interesting to see how the next generation is because we're also gonna have kids. There's a lot of people that come from Africa that are gonna have kids in it, but there's a lot of new people. Of course, the new families gonna be coming from Africa.
Interracial families. How are you training your child?
Next, when we grow up to be parents, it's gonna be very interesting to see how.
I feel like social media has changed it a lot, but
I feel like it's still changing.
No, but I'm talking as opposed of like the old generation, like our parents. I feel like people like us were really like getting our parents to social media, on YouTube and stuff like that, on TikTok.
That's the only.
Like, do you get
it? Getting their mom on TikTok.
No, like there's a mom on TikTok. Like, do you not see mums? Do you not? I went like,
it's nice.
But there's African mom on TikTok.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna carry this on, But if you've been watching, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been AMZ TV. Let's talk. You know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's been NK, Bets, and
Enough. Don't forget to turn on the post notifications.
You know,
when
we've actually got
every single time.
Yeah.
Come on, every single time. Shout AMZ TV every single time. Shout the production. Make sure you guys are here. Every Sunday. Say it one more time.
Every Sunday. And if you got any topics to give us, like anything to talk about.
If you guys have any topics, please comment and interact and we'll bring me topics. If you guys even want to call in,
opinions
if you guys want to give in your opinions, or we may start taking in opinions of the last show. So you guys can call in and we'll say, you can say your opinion of what you watched on the last show and we'll agree. If you're an African mom that just talking about adapting and where you grew up, anything, you guys know we'd be AMZ TV. Get in contact. You guys can find our contact details on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. find us anywhere. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification box so you guys know every single time we post. And let's talk AMZ TV. We out.
Thank
Love,
you.
guys.